And here are today's starting lineups. First, for your visitors, the Georgia Revolution. In goal, number 99, Josue Hangi. Number 3, Lewis Green. Number 5, Dave Negenhis. Number 6, Kevin Fitzgerald. Number 7, Angel Sangrero. Number 11, Jordan Bean. Number 12, Craig Chisholm. Number 15, Evan Schrouder. Number 16, Charlie Longino. Number 17, Aaron Witten. And number 21, Justin Guest. And for your Georgia Storm, the starting lineup will begin with goalkeeper number 1, Ethan Harrison. Number 3, Greg Stratton. Number 4, Andrew Elkins. Number 6, Pedro Valenzuela. Number 8, Spencer Van Buskirk. Number 10, Mauro Gutierrez. Number 11, Justin White. Number 12, Alek Bravo. Number 17, Akinni James. Number 21, Kevin Pierre. And number 25, Renan Diniz. Please rise if you are able to, remove your hats and stand for the national anthem.
Mic drop, please. It's over. Yes. Do we have an intro?
afternoon, soccer fans, and a warm welcome into the University of West Georgia Soccer Complex. It's time for NPSL Soccer Action. I'm Jessica Charman. It's a pleasure to bring you the action here today as the Georgia Storm take on today's visitors, the Georgia Revolution. Beautiful weather on the pitch today, pretty hot if I'm completely honest, but hopefully won't cause too many issues for either of these two squads. Georgia Storm coming in off a very good 1-1 performance. On the flip side, Georgia Revolution disappointed to have conceded in their first match and lost in that game 2-1. Big kickoff early on. Looking for that far side switch, runs out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Georgia Storm. Georgia Storm playing in the all blue from right to left on your screen. The Revolution left to right in the red and white stripes. Long direct ball, cleaned up nicely by the Revs as they look to recycle around the back. Expect to see a side that's confident with possession in the Revolution. We spoke a little bit to some of their staff earlier on in the match, and they mentioned that one of the issues in their first defeat was the lack of chemistry. Now doing a lot better to try and build that and perform better, and instantly seeing that connection as Guest. Couple of step overs, nicely done by Guest, well intercepted by the Storm's defense. Second ball picked up, so Guerrero cleared away though by good composed Storm. Storm now looking to build a little bit of possession of their own. Big switch across to the far side. Nice looking pass threaded through. Target there was Gutierrez. Gutierrez was selected for Costa Rica's U20 World Cup squad, but that one was cancelled due to the COVID pandemic, but a testament to his ability to even have been selected. Storm throwing far side into the boots of James. Big crunching tackle, referee straight to his whistle. Did look like the ball was picked up in the challenge, but referee deems it to be a little bit overzealous and points for a Storm free kick. Seeing what they will do. Looking like a direct option, but very conservative from the Storm right now, opting to hold three back. Big switch. Dangerous looking ball. It was a delivery towards that corridor of uncertainty, but the defenders do a very good job of shielding it out of play. Be our first look at goalkeeper Josue Hangi. Hangi transferred over, local boy from Clarkston, playing his soccer at Georgia State next year, looking to earn that starting jersey. Hangi goes long from the goal kick, doesn't get too much underneath it. Easily returned by the Storm. Nice looking turn. Valenzuela blocked in the challenge. Chisholm looking to control. Nicely done by Craig Chisholm. Lewis Green, Clayton State, finds Chisholm. Crunching challenges in the middle of the park, cleaned up by the Revs. Beam opts to go home. Good possessional build-up from the Revolution visiting today. As Chisholm tries the intricate chip over, clattering challenge, Storm pick up possession. Storm had a good looking advantage there. We'll get another look at the foul. Referee opts to pull it back, even though the rebound did fall to James in a promising position. Bravo. Building out of the back now. Georgia Storm conceded a penalty in their game against Appalachian in their season opener. 1-1 the scoreline there. They'll be looking to pick up their first win and climb up the South-Southeast table of NPSL. Georgia Revolution will need a win as well. They currently sit rock bottom, but of course after only one game. Storm, promising looking ball, swept away by Dave Neichenhus. Elkins switches across to Bravo. Bravo, time and space, opts to switch it to this near side. Good possession from the Storm. Stratton, little bit of space. Nice looking reverse ball by Stratton. Good idea. Fighting back for it are the Storm again. Van Buskirk. Spencer Van Buskirk looking for the switch. Easily recovered though by Pierre. Good work rate from Pierre. Storm dominating possession right now, but now the Revs decide to press. Lewis Green recycles the ball back all the way now to Hangi in goal. Hangi, a goalkeeper confident with his feet as every modern day goalkeeper needs to be. Hangi waiting for some movement. Checking in was Jordan Beam, but he's dispossessed. Good little step from Georgia Storm to force the turnover. It was Greg Stratton leading the way. Stratton looking for the 1-2, gets it. Stratton earns the first corner of the game. Georgia Storm, very good of a set pieces. You see them sending forward their back line now. The aerial presence looking for the first game of the match. First goal, I should say, in swinging corner. 2 on the post for the Revs. One hand up towards the back post. Headed away by Green. Rebounds there. Great strike. Van Buskirk. Back to Gutierrez. Gutierrez skips through one. Lays it across the 18. Witten the quickest there. Back to Green. Revs was a nice looking pass. Guest opens up. Plenty of space. Opts to return the ball. Revs, who have lacked possession in the first parts of this game, now looking to build a little bit of a rhythm of their own. Green tries to spin, but under a lot of pressure, knocks it out of play. Get another look at that phase of play. Good pressure from Diniz to force it out. Plenty of space inside their defensive third for Storm to build up. Enjoying some touches, but the long-looking pass should be easy pickings for the Revolution back line. Linesman on the far side, though, deems that one went out of play. Be a deep throw-in for the Storm. Georgia Storm won't want to remember the last time these two teams faced each other at UWG. A 5-0 demolition for the Revolution, but the Storm have got off to a promising start to this 2023 season. Nice looking back heel. Cleared away. Revolution looking to counter, but isolated up top. Witten Nice little turn of pace from Guest. Guest gets it wide. Beam. Beam back to Guest. Guest cuts it. Well defended by the Storm. It's a brilliant slide challenge. Get another look at that tackle. Really well done by Kevin Pierre. Pierre goes to ground into the 18. Has to get the timing right. Does so brilliantly. Revolution's first corner of the game. Kevin Fitzgerald steps over to take this one. Out swinger. Everyone towards the edge of the 18. Fitzgerald, back post. Headed down into the hands of the goalkeeper. Makes a bit of a hash of it, Ethan Harrison, but second time's a charm. Goalkeeper caught under a little bit of pressure, as we see in the rebound. Does well to catch it at a second opportunity. First shot on target of the game goes to the visitors. Caught under some pressure. Sagrero cleared easily away. Nice looking pass into Gutierrez. Gutierrez inside the center circle. Van Buskirk back to Gutierrez. Good chemistry between those two. Inside pass. Revs come away. Sagrero. Charlie Longino. Talk about chemistry. Helps when you've got players who play college ball on the same team. Lewis Green, Longino, both Clayton State regulars. Beam. Inside pass. Looking for the big switch. Nice look from Fitzgerald. Offside called. Lineswoman on the near side. Deems play was offside. Get another look at that big switch. Craig Chisholm not happy with the call. Won't change anything. Nice looking header. Storm doing so good with those second balls so far in this game. Nice looking run through by Stratton. Back to Gutierrez. Georgia Storm really enjoying the possession today. We talked a little bit about the conditions on this hot Georgia day, and when you have the ball, so much better for your endurance. It's exhausting trying to defend this possessional play. Revs, though, with their own possession. Guest, near side, cuts it back, cleared away by the Storm's defensive line. Still with Beam. Second clearance by Storm is good. Keeper does well to call off his defenders. Ethan Harrison with a good play there, dominating his box. Harrison transferring to Georgia Southern for the full season, formerly of Oglethorpe. Moving from D3 to D1, a big jump for Harrison. Here are the Storm. Revolution looking to regroup. Haven't seen as much of the ball as maybe they would have expected. Long direct. Chisholm. Chisholm has a nice looking overlap. Good play from the Revs. Cutting into the 18, cut back. Chisholm was looking to get onto the ball. It's deflected off of a Revs player last. Goal kick. It's a nice looking run. You look at the cut back. The deflection does strike Chisholm last. Good call from the referee. Harrison takes it short. Talked about that possessional play from the Storm, but then they try and switch things up, going direct. Big switch over to green. Red well out the back by Justin White. White takes a little bit of space. Gutierrez swarmed by 3. Still has the ball. Gutierrez toying with the defenders. Does then give it away. Little bit of space for Sagredo. Sagredo put a lot on it, but Guest equal to it. Guest looking to get into the 18, cuts it back. Little bit of a chip from Fitzgerald, easily cleared away by the Storm back line. Gutierrez opening the play. Big switch over to Renan Diniz. Full field switch. This time Stratton, one-time pass. Finds Van Durken. First 15 minutes gone here. It's been all Georgia Storm possession, but you could argue the only opportunity on frame has been by the Revs so far. Ethan Harrison by far the busier goalkeeper, but Storm haven't looked rattled and continue to play the way they like to. Crowd here. Picking up the noise, the Storm Chasers, as they are known, a fantastic part of the environment here. Do a great job cultivating new fans today for Mother's Day. Free tickets for mothers and children. Great initiative from Georgia Storm to pack the complex. Revolution, though, looking to spoil the party. Won't do so there. Nice looking counter-attack. James spins, still has possession. Gutierrez just stuck under his boots, looking for the foul. Referee says no. Guest for the Rebs, near side. Through Paul, into the 18. Heavy touch from Nejanhis. Guest recycles to Beam. Beam inside. Good little possession from Revolution. Headed away. Well cleared. Van Buskirk. Gutierrez opening the field. Nice pass from Gutierrez. One-on-one. Lewis Green with a good tackle, but still the Storm. It was Pierre, unable to pull off the strike, and then picks up the free kick against him. Late foul. Here's a look at Pierre's run. A little bit out of frustration. Pierre goes to ground. Don't mind those fouls, though, if you're the Georgia Storm coaching staff. Breaking down the play, allowing your team and opposition to regroup. Green was looking forward, just didn't have enough movement ahead of him. Storm trying to put a little bit of a higher press on now as Revolution try and build out the back. Hangi forced into that long ball, cleared away easily by Justin White. One-time clearance up and away. Little 1-2 interchange, far side, big switch from Revolution, headed back. How's your hands? Pretty good from Ethan Harrison. Was a long through ball that put Stratton under a little bit of pressure. Headed it back, goalkeeper agile enough to come across and make the claim. Gutierrez tries to knock it forward into James. Schroeder. Hangi hasn't been forced into a save yet in net for Revolution. Tried to go long and direct. It's cleaned up tidily by Alek Bravo. Storm have handled anything the Revolution has thrown at them so far, defending structurally very well. Good organized back line, understanding its purpose. Nice battle far side by Akinni James. James takes a shot, it's headed away. Defender does well to knock that off frame, out for the Storm second corner. Get another look at that really good run from James. An ambitious strike, but earns his side another set piece. Spencer Van Buskirk steps over, in swinging corner. Gutierrez waves Buskirk off. One hand up from Gutierrez. In swinger, punched away from Hangi. Second ball looped in, Hangi will grab it again. Hangi's first call to action in goal for Revolution. It's a decent looking corner, Hedden couldn't generate enough power to really test the goalkeeper. Stratton knocks it back to White. White all the way back to Harrison in goal. Harrison confident, laying it back to White. Storm really determined to get those touches around their back line. Exhausting the Revolution as they have to press and switch the field. Pierre, nice link up with Gutierrez. Gutierrez searching pass. Goalkeeper probably would have had it. Defender wasn't so sure. Takes it out of the hands of his keeper. It's a really nice looking pass from Gutierrez. We see it here. Weighted well. Maybe a little bit more on the pass would have made it more deadly. Revolution's coaching staff, as we mentioned, talked a little bit about struggling with that chemistry. And when you see a goalkeeper calling for the ball and defender opting the other way, sometimes it points to that lack of communication and understanding of each other's roles. Lewis Green. Miss touch there from Green as Diniz presses hard. Revs will throw it all the way back to Nejenhus. Nejenhus to Green. Green again, pressed. Renan, Diniz doing a very good job leading that press on the far right side for Storm. Forcing turnover after turnover. 22 minutes gone, still scoreless here from the University of West Georgia. NPSL action in South Southern Division. Last two teams in the division to play their second game of the NPSL season. Revolution sitting rock bottom. Storm mid-table with that point to their name against Appalachian. Free kick, far side, looking to send it in towards the edge of the 18. Does so. Headed away. Feints the shot, back wide. Nice little skip past the defender, stutter step. Restarting with Bravo. Bravo looks one way, switches the other. Little stumble from Van Buskirk, but he gets onto it. Van Buskirk powering through, gets the assist in, strike! Good looking save. It's a good save from Josue Hangini, but a promising play from the Storm. Begins with Van Buskirk and his work rate. A beautiful spin inside the 18 from Akinni James. James just couldn't generate enough power on the spin to really challenge Hangi in goal. Foul far side. We'll remind you, this one a little bit of a local rivalry. It is Rivalry in MLS, Rivalry Week, and seeing the rivalries bubble over a little bit with the off-action comments between these two sides. No love lost between the Revolution and the Storm. Always like to see that passion, though, in these sorts of games. Diniz swings the free kick on the back post. Offside flag is raised. Stratton with a good-looking touch. Thought he'd earned a corner, but linesman's flag far side raised. Oof. Getting a look at that one, definitely narrow to say the least. It's a nice little one-touch strike from Stratton. Good save from Josue Hangi as well. Hangi, no rush to take this goal kick. Moves it all the way to the other side. Hangi clears it long. One back by the Storm. Cleared away by Pedro Valenzuela. Two-handed push, referee opts to not call. Rebs. Nice little challenge by Stratton for the Storm. Van Buskirk tried the cheeky nutmeg. It's controlled though by Jordan Beam. Throw-in for the Storm far side. Van Buskirk really pulling the strings in the midfield for Georgia's Storm. Has a lot of experience in this league, played with Apothos NPSL in 2022, opted to make the switch over to the Storm. Lots of players have done that switch, looking and enjoying the ambition of this side. Revolution swinging in a ball. Well done by Harrison, coming at the boots of the on-rushing forward and scooping it. It was Guest on the right side that got things started. Dangerous looking ball. Aaron Witten, the closest to getting it a touch. Match starting to open up a little bit here in the 28th minute. Jessica Charman here with you for the action today. Gutierrez puts it back across to Diniz. Diniz opens up across to Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk curls in the cross. Stooping header away. Pierre onto his left. Goalkeeper able to grab it as second opportunity. Hangi with the save. Another look at this strike. Pierre demonstrating all the strength and a nice looking hit with that left foot. Beam charges forward, looking for the overlap, under hit pass. Bravo goes to ground. Down on the ground is a Revolution player. A bit of an awkward one between the two. We'll get another look here. Was Guest going in for the challenge, an awkward landing for Guest. Not a foul there, but any time on this sort of turf, the grass looking a little drier down there, perhaps an awkward roll of the ankle. Justin Guest is up on his feet now. Cries from the bench to up the level. Seems like the Revolution not too satisfied with how they've started out the first half hour of this game. Will be a throw-in. Looped in. Controlled off of the throw and turned away. And those are the moments for the Revolution where that lack of chemistry, the lack of ability to train with each other, consistency starts to show. Bravo. All the way back to Harrison in goal. Justin White. Long looking switch across to Gutierrez. Gutierrez floats all over the field, very free flowing in his position. There's an attempted overlap from Lewis Green on that left-hand side, but overhit pass from Witten. The Storm Chasers picking up the volume. Wanting to make sure their side has that home field advantage with the 12th man in the crowd. Long ball forward from Hangi will be cleared for a Revs throw. Revs took that one pretty far forward, but they'll take advantage. Goes out of play though, unable to save it on the touchline. Goal kick for Ethan Harrison now. Looking for some movement. Waves up his defenders, says I'm going long. Storm has found a really good hybrid of when to go direct and when to play short here. Enjoy the possession, but also have a variety of passing in their range. Here is one of those long direct balls. Headed back by Green, second ball by White. Guest can't control it. Those little errors from the Revolution have been the story of their night so far, but plenty of talent on this Georgia Revolution roster. When it does click, it could be deadly. Storm will want to take advantage of any momentum they're able to build here. Longino, nice looking run by Longino. Deflections, finds it ways to Witten. Chisholm, ooh, nice run by Chisholm. Goes to ground inside the 18, nothing there. Harrison was looking to bowl it out, opts to bowl it to his feet instead. Long ball from Harrison, no one there. First poor decision from the keeper. Elkins. Into Pierre. Bit of keep away from the Storm with their possession. Nice check from Gutierrez, but turns into traffic. Left side, switched into the center circle. Good looking pass into Guest. Guest swings it across the 6. Great goalkeeping. Spilled out. Need to get another look at that. Harrison appealing he was fouled, but the Revs will play on. Trouble averted there. Seemed like Harrison had the ball clean, looked away, and then the Revolution had possession. Here is that replay. So cross coming, and Just an awkward looking grab. We get one more look at it. Harrison seemed to go through his body. No foul there, just not the best technique from Harrison. One of those as a goalkeeper where you're already thinking about what you're going to do with the ball. Take your eye off it and let it slip. Just over 10 minutes remaining in the first half here in NPSL action. Georgia Storm against the Georgia Revolution, a little local derby if you might. Cleared away. Fatigue seems to be slipping in a little bit. Speed of the game slowed down, errors slipping in. It is just the second game of the season for both these sides. A lot of the players perhaps not quite as conditioned as they would like to be, using these leagues a lot of the time to get ready for the collegiate season. As a poor pass, Georgia Storm looking to punish. Nice little overlap. Pierre inside the 18, Pierre just doesn't quite make a decision quick enough. Stratton, Van Buskirk, Pierre again, caught under pressure. Foul called against Pierre. Was a promising looking attack. Georgia Storm had numbers forward, but nobody pulled the trigger quick enough. Here's a look at that heavy touch. Heavy touch from James. Big switch. Guest will keep it in on the touchline, knocks it back. Beam. Back to goal, restarts through Fitzgerald. Nejenhus. Big switch from him, really well read by White. Chisholm, far side, can't keep it in. Good little control from Pierre. Has James ahead of him, finds him. James cutting on his right, switches it over. Stratton. Deep cross from Stratton, just a little bit too much on it. It's a good little connection between Stratton, James, and Pierre, but just not the final product. Green, far side, scoops into a pass. Acrobatic switch from Witten into Chisholm. Chisholm tackled away by White, so composed. Really impressed with White in this game so far. Crowd encouraged by those challenges. Foul far side. It's Diniz that gets chopped down. Diniz just asking how many more, ref? Trying to get Chisholm carded. Storm, take it quick. Composure, possession. Two words that the Storm have personified in this first 38 minutes. White taking the space he's given. Ball into a dangerous area, but headed away well by the Revs. Guest has been a workhorse in this first half, up and down the right flank for the Revolution. Green opens his body, plays it up the line. Good little connecting pass. Streaking is Witten. Witten will get there. Through the tackle, deflected off, corner. Lineswoman says goal kick. Referee will end up switching the decision. Just over 5 minutes remaining on the stadium clock here at the University of West Georgia. 0-0 the scoreline. It's been entertaining. It's been predominantly Storm possession. Revolution, though, have looked dangerous on the counter-attack. Can't count them out. Gutierrez. Good-looking run from Gutierrez. Stratton. Awkward deflection. Brave goalkeeping from Hangi comes to smother. We get a look at the replay as Gutierrez with a beautiful run. Stratton again with a dangerous ball deflected off of Schroeder for the Revolution, and Hangi does well to come and claim. Stratton inside the 18, step over onto his left, dinks it to the back post, just centimeters away from James connecting. James will recycle. Valenzuela. Getting it back, Diniz. Little chip forward, headed clear. White tries to switch it over. Good brave step from Stratton. Stratton again inside now. Starts back with White. Promising attack, though, from the Revolution. Closest they've come to a really good connection on the cross. Van Buskirk. Beautiful little spin, finds Pierre. Pierre takes a strike. Not too far away off of Kevin Pierre. Pierre looks up to the heavens, knows that one was close. How close? We're getting a look at the last phase of play. It was a beautiful cross from Stratton, and here is the effort from Pierre. Pierre drove that one with power. Daisy cutter searching for that bottom right corner. Hangi was flying across to cover. Long goal kick. Revolution just can't get on to those services today. Coaching staff led by Jack Marchant will be looking to make adjustments, I'm sure. Doesn't seem to be too satisfied with how his Revolution are playing right now. Revolution, a side that finished second in the table last year. This has not been their dream start. Beat the Storm collectively 7-0 across their 2 games in 2022, but that goes to show you how the Storm have developed, recruited, and improved between 2 seasons. Gutierrez, one of those players they've added. Classy from Gutierrez, but an underhit pass. Van Buskirk didn't have too much else he could do there, but commit the foul. Big switch from Schroeder. Back to Green. Sagredo forced all the way back. A player that hasn't been able to have as much as an impact as he would like to. Sagredo, who won a high school title with Johnson last year, a quality player, but hasn't been able to find too much possession. Georgia Storm wheeled into halftime by the Storm Chasers. Near side, Stratton. He's been a handful all day. Heavy touch out the back from White, uncharacteristic from him. Green has a little space. 4th official says 1 minute of stoppage time. Hasn't been many stoppages, a couple of injuries maybe, but other than that, very free-flowing match here. Green. Legend House playing out the back now. Revolution. Beam inside. Storm need to focus and stay compact here. Don't want to concede right before the break. Guest knocks it back in. Good movement from the Revolution. Fitzgerald across to Longino. Longino to Green. Green to the far side. We are now into that stoppage time. 1 minute with the fourth official's announcement. Throw in from Green. Towards the edge of the 18. Good header away by Van Buskirk. They'll need to launch it if they're going to have one last chance in this first half. Guest. Into the 18, deflected away. Guest onto the rebound. Guest back to goal, swarmed by 2. Awkward deflection, but Van Buskirk is there. Half time. First 45 down here from the University of West Georgia. It's Georgia Storm 0, the Revolution 0. Jessica Charman here with the action. We'll take a break. 45 minutes remain as we look to find a winner between these local rivals. Welcome back in to the University of West Georgia. Jessica Charman here for action in the NPSL between Georgia Storm and Georgia Revolution. A 0-0 halftime, but not without its excitement. The Revs got off to a good start, forcing a save out of goalkeeper Ethan Harrison. He's probably been the busiest of the two goalkeepers in moments, as you see here, getting a good catch off of the Lewis Green header. Brave goalkeeping from Harrison to lead the way for the Georgia Storm back line. It was Justin Guest, a bright spark for the Revolution down the right-hand side, putting in cross after cross after cross, but the Storm stayed equal. Really good defensive resilience from the Georgia Storm. Another look at a couple of those deliveries in. It has been Storm's back line that have starred with a lot of the clearances. Here, Harrison, quick off of his line as well. On the left-hand side, Chisholm caused some difficulty, but unable to link up or really find the clinical finishes on those left-hand sides. It's ironic that it seems like a lot of the highlights are the Revolution when Storm dominated so much of the possession, and this man had a lot of those efforts. Akinni James very strong with the strikes. Also Kevin Pierre involved in link-up play. This is James almost getting onto the end of a dangerous pass from Greg Stratton. Really like how Van Buskirk plays the number 8 for Georgia Storm, box to box. So physical, as you see in that challenge. It was almost a dangerous effort connecting with Pierre. Again, we talked about Justin Guest. This one, a dangerous looking pass through. Harrison equal to it. For a 0-0. Plenty of opportunities. This one almost caught the goalkeeper, Josue Hangi, off guard. As we say, 0-0 the scoreline from the University of West Georgia, but still plenty of entertainment. A great crowd here in the University of West Georgia coming out to watch this NPSL action as we get ready for the second half here, looking for a winner. As we finish up the highlight packages, we are back underway here from the University of West Georgia. A reminder that the Storm will be playing in the blue. They'll be from left to right on your screen, the Revolution from right to left. Quick injury right out of the break for the Revolution. Down is Kevin Fitzgerald, just grabbing his leg a little bit. Is getting back up to his feet now. Fitzgerald, formerly of Georgia Storm, so a player that these fan base knows very well. A return home for Fitzgerald. As we mentioned, this a very even matchup between the two sides. Last year, that was not the case, with the Storm falling 5-0 to the Revolution at home, 2-0 on the road. But I think you're really seeing the investment in this program, the understanding of the coaching staff, the development of this Storm side. Revolution trying to create an opportunity out of the halftime break. I expect that was quite the locker room conversation with Jack Marchant, the head coach of Revolution. Definitely didn't seem too satisfied with the way his side had played. Here they are, right-hand side, Chisholm. Chisholm, 1v1, cuts back to that left, whips it, a ball headed in! It's a good-looking cross from Craig Chisholm, and the finish from Aaron Witten has the Revolution with the 1-0 lead straight out of the break. So flying header from Aaron Witten, commits all the way, beats the goalkeeper to it, and earns his side the lead. Georgia Storm caught straight out of the break with not the best defensive organization. Witten does the hard work, but you have to ask, where were the marks? Storm fall into a 1-0 deficit in the 47th minute. The goal from Aaron Witten, the difference right now. How will Georgia Storm respond now to falling behind? We talked a little bit in the first half about needing to capitalize on the momentum, on the possession that the Georgia Storm had created, dominated that stat line, but just weren't able to find the goal in the first half, and now they are punished, trailing very early on in the second half. Crunching challenge. Referee has gone to his back pocket, pulled out the yellow card. It's Gutierrez that picks a yellow card for this challenge. To me, that's a 50-50 between Gutierrez and Nejenhuis. We saw another look at the challenge in that replay, and both players going for the ball, both boots high. If you're gonna give a foul, but the yellow card seems a little bit excessive for the liking of this crowd. Josue Hangi will take the free kick. Gutierrez playing on that yellow card now. Revs building a bit of possession of their own. Far side, Chisholm hot off of that assist. Defended by Elkins. Elkins does well. Big crunching challenge from Lewis Green. A challenge that he's been known by his whole Clayton State career, committing to the perfectly timed slide challenge. It's all ball, it's clean, but difficult one to handle as we get another look. An awkward landing. It's a clean tackle though. Strike from distance, sails wide. Be interesting to see how the Revs handle this 1-0 lead. The game plan of if they look for a second or if they sit back a little bit and try and defend. Goal kick taken, controlled by White. Green steps on to the loose ball. Falls wide to Chisholm. Chisholm pulling the strings a little bit more in this second half. Far side is Guest. Guest a bright spark in the Revolution's first half to Green. Back to Guest, opens up with a heavy touch, cuts in, well done by White. White hassling and hustling. Double teamed though and challenge. Guest outside of the boot, easy pickings for the keeper. Get another look at that phase of play. White just caught in possession. Guest pounced on the loose ball, tried a little cheeky outside of the boot cross. Never gonna challenge Harrison in goal. Good looking spin from the Storm. Distributing it wide over to Diniz. Diniz, deep cross, back post, header, almost connecting with that was Kevin Pierre. The second time that Pierre has been a matter of inches away from connecting with the aerial ball. Another look just how close Pierre was to making contact with that one. Storm have responded positively since conceding that goal. Revs building some possession of their own. They came out of this first half bright, but now the Storm. Great looking pass, really good pass through on goal. It's beautiful. Has he got the angle? No. Saved off of the line by Lewis Green. Akinni James did everything right except for the finish. So really good look from Akinni James, just didn't have the finish as James is bundled over. Getting another look here at that opportunity. James does beautifully to circle the goalkeeper, takes one touch too many. Just not able to slot it past Green, and Green stands his ground and makes a great block on the line. Will be a free kick now. Good looking area for Georgia Storm. Diniz stands over with one option. Spencer Van Buskirk with the other. Van Buskirk says, this is mine. Right-footed effort. 30 yards or so out from Van Buskirk. One hand up, Van Buskirk dinks it towards the back post, headed. Just not on target with the direction. Far side trickery cleared up from the Revolution. Only as far as Justin White. Van Buskirk. Nice little step over from Van Buskirk into Stratton. Stratton, edge of the 18, cuts it back, looking for the 1-2 with James. James can't find him. Elkins. Cleared away by Revolution. Storm looking for the big switch. Beautiful looking pass. Stratton. Offside flag is now raised. Get another look at the delivery. It's another one that looks pretty tight. Free kick to be taken now. Sent forward by Josue Hangi. Headed on. White gets that header cleared. Diniz. Nice little trickery from Diniz with the nutmeg. Pierre. One-time cross, can't thread it into the path of James. Referee calls a foul. Another chippy foul, this time against Pedro Valenzuela. Valenzuela possessed his innocence. Revolution, switch it to Green. Green rolls over the ball inside. Revolution almost imitating the way the Storm played in that first half, dominating the possession now. Knocked long up the line by Storm. Perhaps looking slightly rattled now, the Georgia Storm, after conceding. An initial bump after the goal, creating opportunities, but now not quite as positive. Throw-in taken into the feet of a checking Chisholm. Switched all the way back to Green. Nice looking switch again, attacking down that right-hand side are the Revolution, but Storm with a decent looking interchange. Gingerly back up to his feet for the Revolution. Is a forward-looking player. We'll get a check on the ID of that player shortly. Hangi. Was goal scorer Witten that has been limping a little bit. but does now seem to be finding his stride. Chisholm toying with the defender. Good block, though. It's a really good block from Alek Bravo. Good control from Lewis Green in the air. Green looks up, assesses, tries to thread it down the line. It's cleared away. Renan Diniz with some good defensive play. Spin under pressure from Valenzuela, a classy player. Not going to get away with that one, particularly in front of the fans, and this could be a little bit of trouble. Mauro Gutierrez was just getting the ball. He's on a yellow card, and this is not good from the Revolution. Gutierrez picked up a yellow card, and the referee doesn't seem to be aware of that. And he got a yellow in the first half. I'm pretty sure it was Gutierrez that picked up a yellow earlier on in the game. Referee checking the number. Revolution players just checking if it was his first or his second yellow card. And he does now get shown the red card. And that is very disappointing. And the Storm's game has changed completely after that. Gutierrez is just trying to get the ball back. And if a Revolution player doesn't pick up a yellow card in the phase of play, this is very confusing officiating. Talked about rivalry week in the first half. No love lost between the two sides. Referee is not going to punish any Revolution players. We'll get another look at the replay shortly of what the referee deemed to be a yellow card for Mauro Gutierrez. Gutierrez completely fouled. It's a cynical foul from Longino. Longino, I guess you've seen them given as a second yellow. He's trying to get the ball back, but my biggest issue is with the fact that there's not a yellow card shown to the Revolution player as well. The Storm with a mountain to climb with the 1-0 deficit now and a one-player deficit. Mauro Gutierrez is going to feel very hard done by picking up that second yellow card. And you have to wonder in the reaction from the referee if even the referee didn't realize this was a second yellow card. One of those where if he wasn't already on a yellow card, maybe you give the yellow, but for that to be the yellow that gives you a red, seems tough on Mauro Gutierrez. Revolution will have an in-swinging corner, one hand up, swung towards the penalty spot, cleared away from Storm. Pop back wide. Cries for a handball, referee says no. Put back into the 18, swiped away. Alek Bravo. Storm will play for 10, with 10 for the remaining 30 minutes of this game. A big ask. Storm now do have to make a double substitution, partially to ensure they're able to replace Mauro Gutierrez in his position and also the fresh legs as they look to chase this game. It was Renan Diniz sacrificed along with Pedro Valenzuela. Coach Joshua Bivens having to make some changes here. Through ball into the path of Witten. Witten already has one to his name. His strike blocked away. Alek Bravo with the block. Curtis Ketchup came onto the field. 25-year-old striker. In-swing corner coming from Revolution. Towards the near post, flicked into the danger area, cleared out by Kevin Pierre. Also into the action, Alex Guzman, another striker. Looking for goals, looking for a change of pace, looking for something different as the Storm chase this game with 10 players. Green, trying to find Guest. Guest doesn't have the legs to get on the end of that one. Ethan Harrison looking to go direct. Storm's game plan will have to change. There was a lot of possession, as we mentioned, in the first half. Now unable to do that with the numerical disadvantage. Nice looking switch to the far side for Chisholm. Chisholm 1v1, cutting into that left boot, takes the strike. Harrison clean in the pickup. Bowls it right out. Getting things underway with Ketchup. Ketchup into his fellow sub, Guzman. Guzman, far side. 1v1, cutting in. Nice move by Guzman. Van Buskirk caught under some pressure. Storm maintained possession. Van Buskirk again. It's just a handful. Van Buskirk so strong with the possession and the ball. Justin White winding forward. Great looking run from White into Guzman. Guzman. Little shimmy and strike blocked away. Strike came in from Akinni James. Good looking effort. The Storm have a corner kick. 65th minute. 1-0 to the Revolution. Storm down to 10, but the Georgia Storm have a corner kick. Good looking delivery, headed in! It's a goal! Straight from the corner! Storm will celebrate. It's a brilliant delivery. And Andrew Elkins with the bullet of a header. Shows the heart to the camera. Andrew Elkins scores his first goal of the season. And the Storm chasers release the blue flare that you'll see creeping onto the screen. Storm so dangerous over set pieces as we get another look. The in-swinger is perfection from Spencer Van Buskirk. And the header from Elkins, supreme. 1-1, the scoreline. Georgia Storm pull it back with 10 players off of the set piece. '67th minute goal. Great way to return. They will have to play cautiously though. Big challenge back. Ethan Harrison will take the goal kick now. He will be in no rush to take this. clears it up, but it's easily controlled. Straight back down his throat is Guest. Guest into the 18. Oh, no. The minute that White went to ground, you knew there was only going to be one decision from the referee. White commits on the ground. We'll get another look to check how much contact there was, but the referee is not the most popular man in the University of West Georgia right now. A dubious red card and now a penalty moments after the Storm equalize. Big opportunity from Ethan Harrison from 12 yards out. Justin Guest stands over it with his right boot. Georgia Storm conceded a penalty in their last game. We see Harrison doing the best he can along with the Storm chasers to distract the penalty kick taker. Guest into the net. Keeper Guest is right. Too much power on the strike from the spot by Justin Guest, and in a matter of seconds, the Revolution regained their lead. 2-1 your scoreline here. It's a really good penalty from Justin Guest. We'll see it again here. With his right boot, short run up, opens the hips. Harrison with a really good dive, almost gets a shade on the ball, unable to do so. And Storm have to wonder what they have to do. Just equalized off of a gorgeous corner and then a penalty given away. 20 minutes, though, for the Storm to fight, and they will do that with all their might. White heads it away. This is controlled in the back line from Nejenhuis. Storm, edge of the 18, strike from distance. Referee calls a free kick. Lewis Green commits the foul. Referee will flash the Englishman a yellow card. And we'll get another look at the challenge that draws the yellow card. Spencer Van Buskirk pulling the trigger, cut down by Lewis Green. And a team that loves a set piece like the Georgia Storm now has a very nice looking free kick opportunity. Van Buskirk decides this one is not for him. Storm will opt to go in a different direction with the right-footed effort. Revolution with a huge wall right now. They know this one is looking to hit the target. Right-footed effort over the wall. Narrowly wide from Greg Stratton. Not a bad effort to get it up and over the wall. Just not enough bend on it from Stratton. We'll have a look at how close it was off of the boot from Stratton. Had the goalkeeper, Josue Hangi, scrambling across the frame, but just not close enough to the target. Revolution making a substitute on the far-hand side. We'll get caught up with that as we recognize the substitution. Looks like Luke Charles coming in. There's Josue Hangi Mishits that one. Luke Charles, a defensive player coming in. As White throws it down the touchline. Interesting to see Revolution making those defensive adjustments here. But it is a corner that they've taken quickly. Chipped in, cleared away just about from the Revolution. A nice innovative idea from the Storm, trying something different off of the set piece. Player stayed down for the Storm after that one with a cramp. Looks like it's Akinni James cramping up after that one. A little bit of good camaraderie between the two sides as Lewis Green has stepped over to offer some help with the cramp. Does look like just a case of cramp. We talked about the heat and the conditions earlier on in the first half and how a lot of the time these players maybe aren't as conditioned as they need to be by the end of the season. James was putting a lot of leg work during his time on the pitch, a real workhorse that's created plenty of opportunities for his side. We will get things underway with a drop ball once the referee opts to do so. We do see Akinni James leaving the action. Being given some electrolytes from the athletic trainer. Quick turnaround a lot of the time in these NPSL seasons. Drop ball has begun. Thought James was being subbed out, but actually just getting those electrolytes so he can get back into the action by the looks of things. Ball forward. Nice touch out of the air from Pierre. Overlapping cross, headed away by Charles. Charles, that substitute in the defensive line for Revolution, offering another aerial presence. Here's James. James dispossessed. Dangerous looking cross is controlled by the feet of Hangi. Hangi just letting the seconds tick off the clock. 15 minutes remaining in this one from the University of West Georgia. NPSL action in the South-Southeast Conference. Revolution were 0-1 coming into this one. Storm 0-1. Big tackle far side. It was Stratton putting in that challenge. Stratton, so much talent in that left back role. Van Buskirk. An erroneous touch from the Storm, sees it trickle out of play. It was James with that touch, and he just looks to still be struggling with that cramp. Georgia Storm continuing to stay true to their identity of building it up when they are able to. James turning, running, switching the play. Nice looking pass. Cross towards the back post, headed away. Second ball headed down. Pierre just can't get enough power on it. Curtis Ketchup with that delivery. He's been a live wire coming onto the pitch. Here is Ketchup's cross. Headed up and just couldn't get enough power on it. Was Kevin Pierre with that last header. The Josue Hangi was able to come claim. Revolution caught offside with that phaser play. Chisholm just jumped the gun, was looking for that ball to be played a little bit quicker. Storm charging forwards towards the 18. They've got heart in abundance. Still fighting and fighting despite that one-player deficit, looking for an equalizer. Another substitute checking in for the Revolution now is Andre Jimenez coming in to play. Andre sporting the bright blonde locks. As Storm, edge of the 18, tricky feet from James. Can't quite get there. Goalkeeper tries to keep it out from being a corner. Referee said it had already gone out of play. Get another look at the phaser play that created it. Well, that was the Storm's most recent hot chance. Here is the corner in, swinger towards the back post. Another dangerous delivery from Van Buskirk. Two were almost on the edge of that one for the Storm. Set pieces seem to be an excellent opportunity for the Storm to respond. Getting another look at that set piece. Van Buskirk towards the back post is dangerously headed away from the Revolution. Will the Storm earn themselves another corner? No, they won't. Referee will say free kick. Free kick awarded against Alex Guzman. Cries from the bench to avoid the time wasting. So we get another look at the foul that was called. .50-50 ball cleared away from Revolution. They're not taking any gambles defensively. 10 minutes remain. 10 minutes for the Storm to try and fight back one more time. If you're joining us late, Revolution picked up the first goal. The Storm went down to 10 players after a red card for 2 yellow cards for Mauro Gutierrez. Storm were able to equalize on a corner kick, and a penalty kick just seconds later for the Revolution has us locked at 2-1. Referee almost got hit by the ball there. Had to duck pretty quickly. Seems like the bench may be getting a talking to from the referee. Good reactions from the referee to avoid that one, smashing him in the face. I think whoever kicked it would have been pleading their innocence, but there has been some frustration asserted towards the refereeing crew. Referee now allowing subs to take place, pushing forwards. Not quite sure why the ref did make the stoppage, but the Storm do have a player down now. Down on the ground was Andrew Elkins, the scorer of the equalizer for the Storm. Just getting some last-minute electrolytes in to try and be able to fight through these last 9 minutes and change. We are back underway now. 2-1 the scoreline. Revolution have the one-man advantage. Storm down to 10. Have played with 10 players for the final 30-plus minutes of this game. Have done so like troopers. White opens up his body, drives into the space across the halfway line, outside of the boot cross, looking for the on-rushing Ketchup. Ketchup keeps it in, classy from Ketchup. Referee again points for a foul in favor of the Revolution. A lot of the time you hear about home advantages with refereeing calls. It has been by far the opposite. The Storm not getting a call in their favor for the course of tonight. Cleared up from the goalkeeper. Green will be in a header battle with Ketchup. Goes out for a Storm throw. White tosses it down the line. Cleared up, Storm still in possession. Van Buskirk unable to earn the throw for himself. Referee will have a little chat. Fans not happy with the way this referee is refereeing the game. Julio Neto, a sub coming in for Georgia Storm, was the one having the consultation with the referee. Cleared away by White. Up to Pierre. Cries from the bench for Alex Guzman to pressure the goalkeeper. He does well clearing it up into Jimenez. Still 2-1 from the University of West Georgia. Jessica Charman here with you. White looks ahead of him. Nice looking ball through, charging on is Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk putting under some pressure into the corner. Van Buskirk, no foul called. Van Buskirk powering through, cuts it towards the edge of the 18, strike over the crossbar. Pierre just gets underneath it and sails it over the crossbar. But that was a golden looking opportunity for the Storm to respond. It's Van Buskirk squaring it to the top of the 18, and Pierre goes for glory and just leans back. You see it, the disappointment in his face as he realizes that was the chance. Josue Hangi takes the goal kick long. It's given away though by the Storm. They've got less than 5 minutes of regulation. Can't afford those giveaways at this stage of the game. More pressure. Referee blows the whistle again. Frustration on the field, frustration in the crowd, frustration on the benches with the way the referee has perhaps made this game a little bit too much about him in moments. Controlled nicely by Neto. Has a little space. Ketchup wants the ball to feed. Ketchup. Couple of step overs. Ketchup still fighting, but double teamed. Counter attack on for the Revolution. Revolution charging forwards now. Far side. Couple of step overs, nicely done by the Revs. Cutting shot goes narrowly wide. It's Aaron Witten again, cutting in from that left-hand side, looking for the strike. Witten got the scoring underway in this game. 0-0 at halftime, and it was Witten that had the great finish from the pass from Craig Chisholm that started the goals. Long ball, searching, keeper, edge of the 18, comes out very well. Really good goalkeeping from Josue Hangi. Experienced goalkeeping, slowing down the clock. Seconds ticking and ticking and ticking away from the Storm right now. Couple of miscues on the defensive side for Revolution. Ketchup defended well by Green. Substitution will take place. Revolution were looking to make that last substitution far side, which is why the referee pulled it back. Chisholm comes off of the field. Rather, Aaron Witten exits the action. Throw in from White, loops it towards the edge of the 18, headed up, headed away. Second ball from the Revolution, ping pong ball just outside the 18. Chested down by Pierre. Pierre tries to thread it through the eye of the needle, unable to do so. Revolution counter. Storm have to get back, 10-men deficit. Switching pass, dangerous area. More aggressive goalkeeping by Josue Hangi.
Behind the ball for the Revolution, and that's a tired looking cross from White. He'll have to recover. Late challenge from Andrew Elkins. Player down for the Revolution. We'll get another look at that late challenge, and it's Elkins that steps to it, and it's a foul. Revolution will salt away some more time. Not in a hurry to take this free kick. It's a driven ball to the far side of the field. A heavy touch from the Revolution puts the ball back into the hands of Storm for the throw. A little bit too predictable from Neto. An overlapping run from Jimenez. Jimenez will keep it in far side, defended by Ketchup and White. Jimenez, some tricky feet. Ooh, cleared up and caught late. late challenge on Elkins by Jimenez. Get another look at that one here. Jimenez trying to charge into Elkins and just jumps in on his feet. It's not a good looking one for Elkins, but he's tough as nails. 2.5 minutes remaining of those 5 minutes, the fourth official flashed. Can the Storm pull off one more late opportunity? Some pace far side. Elkins caught in a foot race. Does enough to earn his side a throw. Very well done by Andrew Elkins, who still looks a little worse for wear after that challenge. Throwing over to White. White dinks it forwards. Controlled, but loosely done so. Invites the clearance from the Revolution. Revolution have got to get the ball going. 1.5 minutes remain. Can they gain one last shot on target? Ball dinked forwards. Nice looking ball forwards. Van Buskirk into a dangerous area. Almost there was Pierre. White will take the throw. Elkins looking for some movement ahead of him. Chips it forwards. Cleared up by Guest. Guest does not stop running for the Revolution. Big switch far side. Van Buskirk creates one more challenge. Van Buskirk, such a live wire. Inside pass. Shot from distance, cleared away. Revolution continue to fight. 30 seconds. Harrison gets it up. Chip ball forwards. Headed up. Swiped away. Cleared by Charles. Christ ahead to the corner flag for the Revolution. We have now crossed those 5 minutes of stoppage time, now over, and the referee blows for full time. In the battle between these two neighbours, it is the away side, the Georgia Revolution, that come up victorious. 2-1 the scoreline. Georgia Storm battled and faced adversity, trailing with a man down for 30 plus minutes of action. It was an early goal in the second half for the Revolution that pulled them ahead. An equaliser off of the set piece from Andrew Elkins after a second yellow forced Mauro Gutierrez off of the field. But it was the Revolution with the penalty kick goal from Justin Guest to take the lead. 2-1, the final score from the University of West Georgia.
Do we do a highlight package or anything? No.
Thank you so much for joining us here for NPSL action. Keep an eye out on the Georgia Storm social media pages for the next game broadcasted. For Jessica Charm, it's been a pleasure taking you through the action here today from the University of West Georgia. One more time, the final score, Georgia Storm 1, the Georgia Revolution 2.